नमस्ते मेरो नाम Zack हो अनि म हङकङमा बस्छु अहिले मेरो छेउमा हो एउटा साथी रोनक अनि अहिले म यहाँ यता छु के गर्दै हो थाहा नै छैन
Do you understand me talking about?
I would consider like knowing some basic Cantonese like Leiho or like Samwachan, Holok Chauping, all that basic stuff. Yutan Sumai, Yatko, Lengo, Samko. And then what I want, Sutiu, Sutpek, I have to know what is that. Or you can just point Liko. This is how I'm using like body language to communicate. And the more I make a habit of it, then eventually Liko ye, then this one is actually called Sutko.
Hello, this is Ronald Ford。大家好，我係霍朗齊 Ronald。今集嘅嘉賓，我請嚟咧一位尼泊爾嘅朋友仔。咁但係咧，今集咧我真係要全程用英文啦，就可能只可以用好少量嘅中文啦。
My name is Zack Calixtus. People call me Zack, and I'm an artist that has been doing music for 16 years in Hong Kong. I'm born and raised in Hong Kong, but actually my homeland is from Nepal, so I'm actually Nepalese. And normally I would be doing what type of music is normally I would be performing and most likely on recording studios and etc.
As a Hong Kong-born Nepalese rapper, how have your cultural background to influence your music?
So how it has influenced me is actually most of my friends that when I grew up was all Nepalese, and we used to play around right around our parks, like towns, because we used to live around Kowloon, like Jordan, Yamate. And one day it was just like these NGOs who's been like helping non-locals to facilitate it with resources. So there was a chance where I actually picked up a guitar, and it made me wanted to like get more passionate to learn music. And thanks to this kind of like society, it made me like lead closer to music, and then that's how my journey actually went towards music.
As you mentioned that the community, all of them are Nepalese.
Yeah.
No any Chinese, Cantonese, Hong Kong people.
Most hard likely because like everyone would have their own groups, and I actually like studied in an English school and English government school, and normally like I would meet my surroundings would normally be full with Nepalese, Filipinos, Pakistani, Indian. It would be like maybe like one or two person, and it will be a local.
I would like to know more about your daily. Is it difficult to living in Hong Kong?
I'm very comfortable living in Hong Kong, and I know the language barrier is one of the biggest problem here and among the non-locals and locals. But in my daily life, I would consider like knowing some basic Cantonese like Leiho or like Samwachan, Holok Chauping, all that basic stuff. Yutan Sumai, Yatko, Lengo, Samko, and as long as I know like Yat Isamse, and then what I want, Sutiu, Sutpek, I have to know what is that. Or you can just point Liko. This is how I'm using like body language to communicate. And the more I make a habit of it, then eventually Liko ye, then this one is actually called Sutko. And then it's just practice, I guess. That's how I've been surviving in Hong Kong in my daily life. Yeah.
Did you have a Chinese name for yourself?
My Chinese name, actually, I don't really have a Chinese name. Like, actually, many teachers tried to make it for me when I was small, but I don't really remember.
You don't really remember that?
Yeah.
How have your experience grow up in Hong Kong have any other bearing in Hong Kong?
I think education level, living standard level. Like, what I believe is like, because I have made friends with local and non-local, and I can distinguish like the difference from hearing from their stories from both sides. And I'm in the middleman that I agree to both like lives working separately It's like we're in Hong Kong. It's such a small city, but everyone's life is different there. Everyone's like, maybe like some person like has facing another challenge in daily lives, while another one is facing another one. For my side, what I can tell you is like many of these, not only just Nepalese, it's like non-locals, actually came to Hong Kong because of our parents or grandparents, because of maybe like British Army, or like or maybe like working visa, or like, you know, family relation, marriage, anything that they are permitted to stay in Hong Kong. I guess the biggest challenge when our parents or grandparents come to Hong Kong would be like, what are they saying? What language is this? Oh, it's a city side. Like, oh, why is everything moving so fast? Because in Hong Kong, everything moves real fast. Like, time goes really fast for them. I guess that's the biggest challenge they would face. And the second would be racism, discrimination. Although, in this year, like, back then when I was a small kid, there used to be like some locals like telling other non-locals or even me to go back to your country, or you don't belong here, or like calling us chachais, or like, you know, a lot of things. But as gradually, like as in 2024, I can see it has been more modern, the society, and the challenge. Also, like we are the next generation, so we are born and raised in Hong Kong, and we're also adapting to Hong Kong society, learning the language. So everything is getting easier every year for the challenges.
You mentioned that in your childhood or your school life have a little bit discrimination. But how about in the Hong Kong music scene or industry? Have any discrimination?
Discrimination in Hong Kong industry that I wouldn't say this.
Did you face that people?
I have like contradict with those people, but for me, like I never treated like music as a competition or a challenging way to like superior some other people. And
for example, the performance opportunity.
Mostly when it comes to my music journey of the 16 years, the only racism in music that I felt was, actually there was couples a lot. Like when I was 16, like I was signed in a China record label, and then they asked me to sing Kam Tin or Hei Fun Le by Beyond. And then I said I couldn't sing that because it's in Cantonese, and then they rejected their own offer, which they gave me. And the second one that I would say is when I study in Hong Kong, HKDI, Hong Kong Design Institute. Well, after my high school, I was planning to study music for my top-up degree and higher diploma. And then it was mentioned that it was going to be taught in English, which apparently it wasn't taught in English. It was taught in all Cantonese, and it was very hard for me to catch up with the classes and stuff. But fortunately, I graduated and I passed.
As I remember, you sent me back the questionnaire. You can play guitar and some instrument.
Yeah.
Why you didn't to play with a band and you chose to be a independent rapper?
Oh, actually, I'm not just a rapper. I'm actually, I love to do music in every particle ways. Like I started from a band actually. When, like, as I mentioned previously, I started from a guitar, like how does NGOs or charities that would help us support, like, you know, giving us free guitars. Like, just by that guitar, it made me remember those friends. Every of those friends was my former bandmates. We used to be small. All right, you're in my band, you're in my band, we're all in a band. As life goes on, but my passion for music still stays strong. As I keep going, people will fall. People will not like lose interest. People will not have enough time. I knew this was happening, but the thing was, I started to notice that if I fully like give it onto myself as a musician, as an artist, and believe in myself, then I can reach more opportunities. So that's why I decided to put my band as a side projects and focus on my main public figure, which is me.
I would like to define your position because before the interview, you told me that, oh, Ronald, I very difficult to reach the Hong Kong audience and draw their attention to focus your music. You told me that you as a band, you also as a rapper. But Hong Kong audience, how to define your position?
Hong Kong, for me, one of the good thing that I can tell about Hong Kong is like the generation is appreciating arts and not only just music in terms of maybe cooking or drawing or like dancing. There's a lot of teens or like youngsters who are approaching this art and making it as a community, and this is what I really like. But when it comes to me, when it does doing music, when I remember when I was 10, there was not many people appreciating any kind of arts. Hong Kong was only just focused on money, work, family, you know. Mine's always running, never sleeps, and that is the time where it was not just the locals who discriminate me first, it was the non-locals who discriminate me first. Because the thing was, why are you doing music? Are you gonna get paid doing music? Is this long term? Have you even thought about the family? Like these kind of things like kind of haunts you, like when you're especially like 10 years old. Like there was no support of like people saying go do music or like it's something new. Like nowadays people appreciate something new. They'll be like, go for it, I'll support you. And yeah, compared to this society and that society, from that struggle that I did, and all I just remember was I just told myself to keep going and believe in God and then just keep being better and better.
For me, Hong Kong is very difficult to reach more and more audience. But why you didn't target to your mother country?
Because number one is my music is in English normally, and secondly, I'm more
Nepali?
not Nepalese. It's all in English.
Why not Nepalese?
I just want English because so people could understand, like every viewers could understand, because I'm more influenced with the Western music. So even though when I grew up with, and then when I meet different people when I grew up in my music journey, I also not only meet Nepalese, I meet different type of people, different race, different countries. And English just became a comfortable language for me. So when I communicate with anyone in music, imagine you, we're all communicating in English eventually. And that's why I prefer English. And then when people expect from a song from me, then I would also like post it in English. But when I want to promote my music in Nepal, let's say,
Nepal, yeah.
it would not be as successful as Hong Kong, I believe, because I believe that they would want to have, the style is different. Let's
But
say
the population is more than Hong Kong.
yeah, but they won't. They don't.
It's right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they don't listen to English music. At least Hong Kong people, some of them would listen to English music.
Nowadays, it's very globalization.
Yeah, that's true.
The Nepalese didn't listen English song?
Not really, because there are better Nepali singers.
Oh.
Like the culture is very different. Because I actually tried of doing it, but the thing is, you need to make, just like in Hong Kong, you need to make one sad composition of heartbroken song and then sing in Cantonese is gonna be a hit, because it relates in Hong Kong. We're living in a busy life, and then the emotion that catches in Hong Kong is heartbreak. Nepal, everywhere is like, okay, it's getting modern, but mostly it's all about that, you know, struggling life, right? So they like something like, how do you say, like acoustic, soothing, like just relaxing type, like a music healing type of music. They don't like too much of that, like drum sounds or anything. So every country, I believe, like it depends on the environment, and then if you could catch a person's feeling just because it relates, then that's how you catch the audience.
You said that before, Nepal is already be a very modern city.
It's a modern city, but like I
Yeah.
said, like if you could list me in Hong Kong, like if I say, what do you think living in Hong Kong as a daily life is? Right? So in Nepal, it's have their own. Yes, you listen to Drake, right? we listen to Drake, we listen to Justin Bieber, but deep inside our heart, do we really listen to them, or we have our own selection?
I would like to know more Nepalese culture. Who is your favorite Nepalese artist?
It's actually a folk singer. His name is Vipul Chetri. And actually, I think he's #1 right now in Nepal. And he's a folk singer. He basically used Nepali tradition music, tradition instruments, and then he convert that thing into a pop song. And then he goes tour around different countries. And this is pretty good.
Do you or your family member follow the caste system?
Caste system, actually we don't, because my caste is, I'm actually mixed. I'm actually full Nepalese, but my caste is also different. My mom is more of the northern side, the China side, I guess, and my dad is more on the south side, the India side.
哇，好複雜。
So it's like, yeah, that's how, like, I don't know, from north to south they met, and then they came to Hong Kong, and then I was born.
啱啱我問及到一啲叫做種姓制度嘅嘢啦，咁一啲尼泊爾嘅國家咧都會有，即係古時舊時啦，都係會分唔同嘅姓氏嘅制度嘅。咁我問佢有冇去，即係佢嘅 family 或者佢有冇去跟隨呢個制度咧？咁佢話冇啊，因為其實而家都好個人口都好 mix 啊，都係唔會話去分啊，去有咁樣嘅種族嘅分類㗎啦。How do you navigate the challenge of being a rapper? You didn't speak Cantonese in Hong Kong music scenes.
Actually, I used to tell myself how would I actually do it. I guess everyone has their own strategy when it comes to you going yourself to the public, how you are representing yourself. I knew that when my music grows, I'm gonna eventually end up meeting with Hong Kong local rappers. And I did also like try to do shows with them, and then yes, they were doing all local music and like Cantonese rap, and then I was really thinking, would they really listen to my English songs? But what I understood was it's all about crowd control. Yes, maybe they would not understand my rap, but it's all about how you perform in the stage, right? You cannot just be there and just perform rap and then finish. You need to make them engage, you need to make them dance, or like make them like jump, or like, you know, you try to like be like an entertainer, like a performer. And I believe that's where like they would connect. And what I did, because my shows are normally as a rapper, I would like to jumping around in stage, going crazy, and then that's what people actually like me for the energy that I have. And that's how I also keep in touch with my local audience, because I know it's hard to remember me because of my face, but because of tomorrow they're probably gonna remember, I remember there was one guy who was jumping there, oh, he just like crazy. That's how you get audience.
Did you try to collab with Hong Kong Cantonese rapper?
Yes, I did. Just like I normally put rappers who are living in Hong Kong from different races, and I would like to pick, each year I would like to pick like 5 to 6, and it's like I'm trying to do like a content for my YouTube that every year there's like new rising rappers are coming, and then these people are coming through my studio, and then they're like really young, like 18, 19, they're like fresh off graduates, and I just wanted to like show them the next step of like how to engage your talent, how to make it into digital media, because nowadays connection is the one that can, socializing connection is all through the web, and it's way easier.
But did you want to willing to create song with Hong Kong Cantonese rapper?
Yeah, sure, why not? I'm down with any.
And how?
How is depends on like, are we talking about signed rapper or like an indie rapper? Are we talking about, or like MC Jin? If I want to collab with them, I want it to probably, it's gonna be a love song, #1, because I think Hong Kong people loves love song a lot, which is like a sad love song.
How about Nepali language?
Nepalese, I can.
Did you create some Nepali?
Actually, yeah, I have created, but I just don't take it out. My English songs are way better.
Could you introduce about yourself by Nepali language?
Okay. Namaste. मेरो नाम Zack हो अनि म हङकङमा बस्छु अहिले मेरो छेउमा हो एउटा साथी रोनक अनि अहिले म यहाँ यता छु के गर्दै हो थाहा नै छैन
Could you tell me about what is the trouble part when you produce the song with the singer or rapper?
I guess the most challenging part will be when they tell me that they want to sound like this artist. Our job normally as a producer is, yes, trying to make sound good, but I don't think we can make you sound exactly like a singer because normally what I always advise to my clients, because I have my own studio, I make beats, I record artists, I also like teach music and stuff. And what I always tell to my clients would be, whenever you step into the studio, it's not about you are a star. It's not about you are great. It's not about, oh, maybe I just give my shot. It's all about you coming there with your one tone and then how we can make the best out of this tone.
I'm the fucking star.
The trouble part for me is like they just want to sound like somebody they're not. So, but yeah, once they keep going to my section, then they will understood that they need to believe their own tone. You know, cannot like make your own like you have to like go with your own tone, and it sounds more clear. They will see the more effectiveness on it.
As an independent rapper or musician, how did you define successful?
In my way, success would be number one success I would give is being consistent. Like I never thought, like it just feels like yesterday, like I was 10 years old, but it has been, now I'm 26, and it has been like 16 years that I've been chasing this journey. And I also like learned a lot of things, and I never like said, okay, I learned the top, now I don't need to learn anything. I keep wanting for more, and then the more I know, I started to knowing more in depth of music, and in music, in depth is business. And my success actually went because number one is not to give up, and the number two success would be because of my talent that I can showcase or give something the people want. Maybe like some bars, their vocalists are like having a fever or having a cold, then I can at least substitute that. Getting or like going to client, some people, some youngster want to make music and raps, you can go get money there too. So anywhere that's like what I'm doing, that what I like doing, and I'm getting paid, I think that's the best feeling, and that's my success.
Audience or fan base is also very important. Do you have any thinking or planning how to grow up the fan base?
Because I would say the fan base is also depending on different places. If we are talking about Hong Kong, normally my fan base, what I like to target is international, and how I do it is from internet. I'm like putting it, like I'm like writing emails to editors or like playlists, curators, collaborators, just to share my music. And then I'm also trying to share digitally to radio station from online. So this is how I market my music among international fan base. But when it comes to local fan base, the only thing that I can see is collaborating with local artists, or like coming up with some content, like something new. Like as you can see, Afrobeats. It's something new to the ears, and everyone's starting to like Afrobeats. And it's so funny, actually. A lot of dancers in Hong Kong are into Afrobeats now. They all want to love dancing on the Afrobeats. So I guess something new, collaborating with a local artist, like who's well known. And number three would be live show. Because if I have to compare of other countries and then Hong Kong, the live show difference, there's a very big impact. I could see more effort, more dedication from other countries. In Hong Kong, it's just that, okay, this one, this is set. It's too straight up. It doesn't feel the art, creativity is flowing.
Did you think learning the Hong Kong culture is very difficult?
I actually love Chinese food more than Nepalese food.
Really? Why?
I don't know. I just like it. It's simple. It's steam mostly. I like it. For me, Nepali food is a bit too oily, too heavy. Maybe once a while it's yummy, right? But if you eat it every day, I don't think it's healthy. For Chinese food, at least it's not heavy. You know, that's for me is the heaviness of the food. Like I feel light when I eat Chinese food, and then it's also I'm also trying new stuff, so it's amazing. I'm not very Hong Kong style because Hong Kong people are like, they like to dress like Koreans, kawaii and cute, you know. For me, I like to be more rough, more manly. I like my outfit like that. My favorite number is 4.
Why?
I like it. I was born on 4th of October. But everything lucky number is always 4. Like whenever I see 4, something lucky happens to me. But I know in Chinese it's the different way.
Go die.
Go die. And then also my favorite color is red, and then in Chinese in red is also strong, aggressive. So that's the difference. I think
this doesn't matter.
I think I prefer Hong Kong girls than Nepali girls.
Why? Yeah.
I don't know. It's just preference. Like I don't know.
Did you dating with Hong Kong people before?
Yeah, I have dated. I have never dated Nepali. I've dated Hong Kong people.
Really?
Yeah.
But how about your family?
They're open.
They open.
Yeah, as long as they don't want me to go in bad ways. Because I also do a teacher, so I do English and music teacher, like as a section. And when I look at the
tutoring or the secondary or primary school?
Everything.
Everything.
It's just like freelancing.
Freelancing.
But I don't do it like full time.
Oh.
So when it comes to music, I always has to choose which one is better for me. And then I schedule my whole week. And then that whole week goes as planned like that.
Planned by yourself.
Yeah, because I do music as a freelancing. And that's how I've been doing ever since COVID.
Did you do any interview in Hong Kong, for example, in media or radio or television channel?
RTHK?
RTHK, yeah. They're very welcome.
Yeah, they're
different culture.
Yeah. But this RTHK is like a platform, right?
Yeah.
And then we also did View TV.
View TV?
For the band.
Could you tell me more about your job in Hong Kong?
My job in Hong Kong, I would say as I'm an independent solo artist, and I also do like bands, side project bands, I would consider myself as a freelancer. I normally would like plan ahead a week or 2 and then make all my bookings or confirmations, and then I go along with those plans. And then what kind of freelancing services I do is I have my own studio in Kwai Hing. So I record, I mix, I master, I even produce beats for people or like produce some songs. And I'm also like a teacher in other like secondary, primary schools, teaching kids how to like get a hint of musical instruments like ukulele, piano, maybe singing. So, and then number 3 is I would like to do gigs because I love performing. And I would perform around like Wan Chai Central. When it comes to non-local events, maybe around the bar areas. When it comes to local events like those, like Tom Lee, Y Concept, Warehouse, all those, it would be around. So it all depends. It's whoever gets the booking first, and this 3 I just manage as a full-time musician.
Unfortunately, Y Concept already closed.
Yeah, I remember they closed. Even this town needs, hidden agenda.
Yeah, hidden agenda.
Those were the times I used to scream like metal. I used to be a metal screamer. Like I used to like sing like "Let's go!" And then one day they all shut down. That I have to change.
Could you share more about your future planning in Hong Kong?
So as my music style is, I grew up with rock and roll, then metal, then pop, then EDM, and then rap. Now I'm in a phase of R&B. So what I'm trying to do is like I want to learn every type of genres, like not like get some hint or ideas and fuse them all and fuse it and make my own like a album. And I think that album is called Mr. International. And I have gotten all the singers that I'm collaborating with. Some are in Brazil, some are in Africa. So basically, I'm gonna put different artists there, like singing their own language, like singing in Portuguese, or someone is singing in like probably French, something like that. So I'm thinking of that's my future, like making it very versatile, like any instrument, just like probably in a Brazilian instrument there will be djembe, for example. So I'm trying to connect that album and make it as unique and different as it is possible. That's my future plan.
Final, anything else do you want to share with or tell to the audience, your family, your friend, and future self?
So I would like to say everybody to stay safe, and I guess live your own life. Do not always forget that you are different, and that no one can tell you who are you unless you give it an effort. And I would like to say hi to the new fans or friends. My name is Zack Calixtus. You can find me in Google, you can find me in Spotify, you can find me in YouTube, IG, anywhere. You can find me anywhere, and I hope you guys would like my music and stay tuned.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah.
Please follow Zack's social platform.
Yes.
Also, please share, like, and comment, and follow my channel. See you. You said that you have signed it with a label before. How about the situation now?
Like it's lost in contact, like because
Lost the contact?
yeah, because they thought that I was Chinese.
Didn't have any agreement.
No, they want me to like send them a video of me singing.
Just word of mouth talk.
Yeah, words of mouth talking.
Yeah.
Like they just approached me because I used to busk when I was in high school. While I was busking, and then a person just approached.